Welcome into Lone Peak High School for Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Presented by Heidemann Associates and Bullfrog Spas. Dusty Lister with you. So glad to have you along with us. Our first broadcast here in 2023 of Lone Peak Girls Basketball as they come back from their holiday tournament and getting back into State of Utah play as we get ready for region coverage of the Lone Peak Knights. They'll be taking on the West Jordan Jaguars, who are 8-4 on this young season. Lone Peak comes in 7-3 on the year. Dropped a couple of tough games out of state. Lost by 2, 64-62 on national television. But this is a team in the state of Utah that is as good as they're going to get, to not have within the country as well, as they've been able to show this year. As they are led by Kailey Woolston, the future BYU Cougar, who averages 19 points per game. And, of course, Shawnee Nordstrom, if you follow our coverage, one of our favorites, averaging 12.4 points per game. Michaeli Ika, outstanding point guard. Naya Tanuvasa, and, of course, the big post, Sarah Bartholomew, the junior. And for West Jordan, starting five, Giselle Muffet, number 1. Allie Wakely, Muffet is number 0. Allie Wakely, number 1. Ashton Dunnett, number 5. Number 21, Madison Anderson. And number 22, Lauren Melton. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. We got 4 other games going on right now here on KSLSports.com on the Rewind Sports Network. Dane Stewart out of Lehigh and Tippview. That'll be a big one here in Region 7. The 5A boys classification. Of course, Layton and Davis going on right now. Big Region 1 matchup. And Copper Hills going up to Syracuse, one of the top teams in 6A. Of course, we're back with Lone Peak boys basketball later this week as well, as we are set to go Bartholomew and Anderson. And we are underway on a Rewind game of the week. We'll start first with the Lone Peak Knights. Up top of Shawnee Nordstrom. Michaeli Ika for 3 is short, and the rebound taken by Lauren Melton. Up the floor with Ashlyn Dunnett. As I mentioned, the Jags come in 8-4 on the season. It'll be quite the test to take on this Lone Peak team, as there's a traveling violation as Allie Wakely had the chair pulled out by Ika. And the ball go back to Nordstrom and the Knights. There's Naya Tanuvasa. Naya, a series of moves, left no rebound to Bartholomew. That ball maybe was blocked by Lauren Melton. Loose ball picked up by Wakely. Quickly ahead to Muffet. Giselle will back up. Reset the offense here for Coach Lobahia, as that ball is taken away by Tanuvasa. Naya give it up to Shawnee. Back to Naya. Baseline J is good for Kailey Woolston. And the first 2 of the night goes to Kailey Woolston. Not a surprise. It's up top with Muffet. Drop that ball inside to Melton. Melton can't get it, and it's taken by Kailey Woolston. Woolston cross court, Shawnee Nordstrom. Transition 3 is good. So quick 5-0 start here for Lone Peak, Woolston and Nordstrom. Of course, Shawnee, a junior, going to have one more year here under Coach Nancy Warner. And she'll have her choice of schools to go to. I always try to make sure I correct incorrect stuff that I say, as that one won't go for Muffet. So I said that Shawnee was going to UVU. She still hasn't decided where she's going to go. She'll have her choice. As Shawnee goes inside out, Naya Tanuvasa pulls for 3 and hits. Back-to-back threes for Lone Peak. And it's 8-0 Knights. As Donna gives it up to Muffet. Nordstrom got to put pressure on Donnett. Donnett backs her way in, blocked by Nordstrom, but that ball goes into the hands of the Jags. We're going to have a foul on that, I guess we call it entry pass, getting to Lauren Melton. The foul goes to Kailey Woolston. On the wrong spot, wrong time, wrong place. As Lauren Melton will come off the floor. Checking in is Isabella Knight. Close to the 5-second call. Gets that ball in, but then controlled by Donut. Maybe slapped away by Ika, and a jump ball. As that clock on your screen is unofficial. So 5:20 left in the quarter. Alternating possession goes back to Lone Peak. So we'll sync up with the clock inside of 5:16 left in the quarter. Nordstrom hands off to Woolston. Kailey step back three, short, and rebound out of bounds off of West Jordan. That goes off of Addison Anderson. So Madison couldn't corral that. It'll be a Lone Peak ball on the baseline. Quickly into Woolston. And that three won't go. Rebound taken by West Jordan. Now the foul to Ika. That'll be the second team foul on the Knights. And the steal to Lone Peak. Tanavasa leaves it back for Ika. McKaylee pumped the three in the lane, floated too strong, and the rebound taken by Anderson. So Lone Peak unable to get some points off the turnover. But they'll go on the press as Donay loses the handle. Ahead to Woolston. Kailey in the lane, left hand. And 4 points here in the quarter. Timeout taken by Coach Lolohia. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Early first quarter. Lone Peak can go into the press. And there's a steal to Woolston. And Kailey has that one stripped from behind by Anderson. Muffet. Or probably now cross court to Muffet. That was Wakely. So now want to cross the floor. And there's the first points. Giselle Muffet, the young sophomore. Drives the base and scores. So 10-2 as we near the midway mark of the first quarter. High post to Bartholomew. Sarah sends out Tanuvasa. And Naya a little long, and the rebound taken by Giselle Muffet. Giselle sends that ball ahead to Donay. Donay to Anderson. And a quick 4-point spurt from the Jags. Kailey Rich set to check in at the next dead ball. Ika breaks it down on the dribble, give it up to Bartholomew. Sarah a little strong. And we have a loose ball foul here on Tanuvasa. No, they'll say out of bounds off Naya. So Kailey Rich will come in for Bartholomew. And Allie Wakely will give way to Alexa Nelson. A ball tipped and taken away. Woolston to Tanuvasa. And nice job of staying straight up there by Muffet. And there's still the Lone Peak. Here's Ika. Sent back out to Nordstrom. Shawnee from way outside. Won't go in the rebound taken by Anderson. And now on the run with the Jags. Muffet. And she's got 4 points in the quarter and a 6-0 run here for the Jaguars. Not to bring up bad memories, but good memories for some. Of course, this was one of the more famous boys basketball upsets. As that ball sent out to Woolston, but a foul. The last game of the Tyler Hawes era at Lone Peak was a state championship to West Jordan, a team with Jordan Loveridge, Gallegos, Mason Sawyer, and others. That was a talented West Jordan team that knocked off Tyler Hawes and crew that night at the East Center. The night that it was all Salt Lake Valley. Remember, West knocked off Brandon Davies and Kyle Collinsworth and Provo. As there's a steal again on that full court press. But Lone Peak has gone cold from the floor as Rich hands back to Katie Lawrence. Yeah, Kennedy Woolston on the floor right now for Coach Warner as hop up that take and make by Shawnee Nordstrom. The New Zealander are able to get to the rim and finish. Nice find down low. +1. Isabella Knight gets the hoop and the harm. And the Jags looking to make this a one-possession game. As I mentioned, West Jordan coming in 8-4 on the season. Having a good start to the year. And playing Region 3, it feels to be up for grabs. As the +1 won't go, and the rebound taken by Tanu Vasa. We're going to learn more about Region 3 very soon as Copper Hills feels to be back as that ball's out of bounds. But Region 3 has been a terrific girls basketball region for quite some time with Copper Hills in their run, Riverton, Bingham, multiple championships. As the Lichty sisters have ruled that region for quite some time. But as Nordstrom pulls for 3 short, and the rebound taken by Alexa Nelson. Quickly down floor, Anderson can't get it. Rebound ripped away by Woolston. The young freshman Kennedy hands back to Katie, to Lawrence, and back down the floor here with the Knights. Try to go the high post pass stolen by Alexa Nelson. Nice hands there on the steal. And Lawrence fighting for that steal. Loose ball, now jump ball. And possession arrow belongs to West Jordan. As Lone Peak's been able to get this into a helter-skelter pace. But the Jaguars have responded. Try to hit the cutting Muffet on the way to the hole, out of bounds off of Lone Peak. And we'll stay here with the Jags as Ika will come back on for Shawnee Nordstrom. And Wakely will trigger in. And stolen. Kailey Woolston. Woolston, Euro, no one gets the block. And I'll put Kailey Woolston at the free throw line. As our Lone Peak fans know, that Woolston averaging nearly 95% for her career from the free throw line. Hits the first. As Tanavasa will come in for Lawrence. And Kailey goes 2 for 2. There's Giselle Muffet. Sends that ball in the corner to Wakely. Wolf's able to poke it away, now take it away. On the run, she's got options. Tanuvasa. A little low, and it's blocked by Anderson. Sends out to Ika for 3. Can't get it. Rebound, Kennedy Woolston. Back out, Michaela Ika. Again, short. And it's Kailey Woolston with the offensive board. And the save off of Muffet. And it'll be Lone Peak basketball on the baseline. Woolston, free throw line J is good. And the lead to 8. Wakely terminates, goes the junction. That ball stripped away by Ika, but right back in the hands of West Jordan, and that was a little wild there from Isabella Knight. Now on the run with Lone Peak. Ika down the lane, send to the corner. Kailey for 3. And Kailey Woolston, a 7-0 run. And that's how the first quarter will end. The Jags got within 2 possessions, and then Woolston goes on a run and close out the quarter. It is Lone Peak 19, West Jordan 8. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
And welcome back to Lone Peak High School. You mentioned it was a 10-0 start, and then an 8-2 run for West Jordan as Nordstrom stepped out of bounds. But an 8-0 run from, or probably 8-2 run from the Jags, and then a 7-0 run from Kailey Woolston to close out the quarter. Woolston with 4 points, or probably 11 points in the quarter. And then an 11-point lead for the Knights as Wakely goes inside to Anderson. Anderson, nice strong finish. And Anderson now with 4 points in the first half. High post send out to Woolston. Kailey short on the 3. Rebound to Tanuvasa. Nordstrom, little bunny is good there for Shawnee Nordstrom. Nordstrom now with 7. Takes a bump. No call there on that one there for Lauren Melton. Rebound to Lone Peak. Quickly on the run. Nordstrom. Cross court Ika. McKaylee rattles out the 3 and a rebound. Cleared by Madison Anderson. Cookie down the floor with the Jags. Muffet at Tanuvasa. Baseline blocked out of bounds by Naya Tanuvasa. It'll be Jag basketball on the baseline as Bartholomew will come on for Kennedy Woolston. Muffet just gets that into Anderson. Anderson, fall away. Oh, the wide channel basketball was not kind to Anderson. I thought that was going to drop as Ika goes inside Bartholomew. Nobody home, and Sarah Bartholomew able to lay that one in, her first 2 of the night. Of course, Dane Stewart always mentioned the family connection between he and Sarah Bartholomew. Nice baseline move, and Melton can't get that one to go. And loose ball on the run here with Kailey Woolston. Cross court, Tanuvasa. Pump the 3, go base. Naya got stuck and turns it over. Nice job of closing off the baseline there from the Jag defense. Transition 3 for Muffet. And the rebound cleared by Nordstrom. Ika floated, and no offensive foul on the shot away from the ball to Bartholomew. So number 1 on Bartholomew. That is the 5th team foul on Lone Peak. Try to go high and low into Anderson. A ball out of bounds off of. Oh, they say it got to Anderson. That might have gone off Michaela, but they're going to say, or McKaylee, pardon me. And they say off Anderson. So off the turnover. Lone Peak looking to extend their lead. Kailey goes out to Nordstrom. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Shawnee. On the baseline, Woolston, nice double team. It's Bartholomew blocked away by Anderson. And now jump ball, and basketball belongs to West Jordan. As Lone Peak got it at the quarter. So Jag basketball with about 5 minutes left here in the half. .458 on a running clock here in the second quarter. Straight away 3, Anderson no, and rebound to Nordstrom. Kailey Ika up top to Lawrence. Kailey hands back to Shawnee. Nordstrom down the lane around the defender, and that's she's going to be fouled by Madison Anderson. We'll put Shawnee Nordstrom at the line. Only the 13th foul on the Jags, the first on Anderson. And the first free throw of the night for Shawnee is good. Kennedy Woolston comes back on for Kailey Ika. And Natalie Brown will come on for Allie Wakely. First free throw good, both good for Nordstrom. Inside 4.5 left. Mentioned it was 12-8, and since that point, it is a 13-2 run from Lone Peak, the reigning 6A champs. Of course, Friday night they'll be taking on the reigning 5A champs in a big battle down in Springville. As got a traveling violation on Lone Peak, so ball goes back to the Jaguars. We'll have that game right here for you on KSLSports.com. Natalie Brown goes in tonight. Sends back out to Brown for three. Hit the deck, thought she'd get the +1. The whistle didn't come, but the three finds the bottom of the net. Bartholomew hits Lawrence, reverse it and score it. Katie Lawrence. Beautiful take and finish off the pass from Sarah Bartholomew. And again, down the lane, thought to get a call, did not there for Alexa Nelson. Quickly on the run, Shawnee Nordstrom for three, short. Rebound Bartholomew. Goes back up and is fouled after the offensive board. Yeah, that'll put Sarah at the line for 2 free throws. Again, that clock on your screen is unofficial. Try to keep it as close as we can and update it at dead balls. As Sarah rattles home the first.
Checking in for the Jaguar, number 22, Laura Melton. In for the Knights, number 4, Kailey Ika, number 21, Nadia Tanawasa, number 32, Kailey Rich, replacing Kailey Woolston.
And the second good.
And Kailey Rich is in for Sarah Bartholomew.
Nice pass inside, but thrown away by Woolston. Kennedy Woolston sends that one ahead to Tanavasa. Now Lawrence and out to Ika. Baseline J for McKaylee won't go. Rich was out of bounds. Came down the board, but her foot was on the paint.
Jaguar substitution number 5, Ashlyn Donay. She replaces Natalie Brown.
So now the Brown will come off the floor after hitting the three as Donay comes on. Muffet over Donay for three. Was online but short. Rebound taken by Tanuvasa. Ika quickly ahead to Lawrence. Katie lane to open right up there for 0-0. And Katie Lawrence goes across dry ground and lays that one in. It's a key parted for Muffet. Try to get the runner to go. No. Donay off the offensive board won't go. And the Jags, a fresh shot clock, and able to reset their offense. Donay Muffet guarded by Tanuvasa, and Giselle will draw the foul on Naya Tanuvasa. That is the 6th team foul, so no more to give. It'll be bonus free throws coming up for the remaining 2:14 for West Jordan. Quickly into Muffet, wide open three, got it. Giselle Muffet now with 7 points in the half. And a much needed three there for the Jags offense. Come quickly back, and it's Samantha Pope with the two. First two of the night for Pope, young sophomore guard. Junction J won't go. The rebound taken by the Jags, and maybe a little bit of contact on that, or maybe even blocked there. The shot from Isabella Knight. Quickly on the run here from the Knights. Tanuvasa to Rich. Kailey sends back up top to Ika. McKaylee, pirouette inside, right to the rim. Beautiful take and finish there from McKaylee Ika. Corner three, won't go for Alexa Nelson. And rebound, cleared by Tanuvasa. Here comes Naya. Down the lane and jump ball. Well, they call it travel. Much more beneficial to West Jordan with the traveling violation than a jump ball. Nice defense there once again from Madison Anderson. As the Jags will take the possession. As we go inside of 1 minute left in the half. Nobody home on the pass and go back to Lone Peak. Woolston goes inside out. Tanuvasa. Pope for three. 5 points in the quarter here for Samantha Pope. And a 22-point spread here for Lone Peak as we go inside of 30 seconds. Down to 20 left in the half. The three won't go for Donay. And the rebound taken by Woolston. Shot clock is off. As Kailey backs out with 10. Off the screen, offensive foul to Kailey Rich. Seventh team foul, but offensive foul, so no free throws. As the Jags looking for last shot here, 5 seconds. Three, got to put it up. Does. Oh, they banked that one in. And that'll do it for the first half. And at the end of 2 quarters, it is Lone Peak 38, West Jordan 16. You are watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. And welcome back to Lone Peak High School. Dusty Litzter with you as we get set for the second half. Possession will belong to Lone Peak, who started out strong. West Jordan made a run, got within a couple possessions, and since that point where it was 12-8, as Bartholomew was fouled on that take, it was 12-8. And then from that point, a 26-8 run for Lone Peak. And a strong first half from Kailey Woolston. 11 points for Kailey, 9 points for Shawnee Nordstrom. Sarah Bartholomew going to the line. She had 4. And then it was 5 points from Samantha Pope in the second quarter. Leading the way for the Knights, McKaylee Ika with just 2 points and Tanuvasa with 1-3. As Sarah goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. And back down or up the floor we go with the first possession of the half here for the Jags as Muffet terminates, goes to Anderson. Little free throw line jumper is good. And a nice start here for the Jags. We mentioned coming in this game 8-4 on the season. Versus Lone Peak, prohibitive favorite within 6A as McKaylee Ika goes to base and scores. The reigning 6A champions with so many underclassmen from a year ago and all coming back. And this team's still full of a bunch of underclassmen as that ball goes out of bounds as Kailey Woolston and Ika will graduate, but coming back will be Tanuvasa and Nordstrom and Bartholomew for the 5 on the floor, and including Kennedy Woolston, the freshman, will be here for 4 years under Coach Warner, and amongst others, Katie Lawrence, and we saw Samantha Pope, who's just a sophomore, scored those 5 points in the second quarter. The cupboards are full here of talent. These Lone Peak Knight girls basketball squad as that ball goes back to the midcourt stripe and saved back by Donay, pardon me. I'm going to mess that up because I want to say Donat. I know that's wrong. As there's a steal to Tanuvasa. Naya, head of the pack, will lay it up and in. Of course, this Jag team is young. As Muffet, a sophomore, that ball is wide and out of bounds. It'll go back to Lone Peak. But a number of seniors, but Muffet, one of their better players, is a sophomore, and Wakely, Natalie Brown, a lot of seniors. Madison Anderson, and of course, Melton, a senior. A couple juniors, and Jocelyn Donay, Isabella Knight, who scored earlier, and Alexa Nelson, we've seen as well. As Woolston misses the jumper and knocks that ball out of bounds. Go back to West Jordan. Tonivasa there with Muffet. Oh, had a shot on the rim there. Donay couldn't get it. Here comes Woolston. Oh, nice little fake and move there. That is a subtle, terrific finish there from Kailey Woolston. Little ball fake, kiss off the window. Is still the Tonivasa. Naya has that one tipped away. Nice hands there by Donay. Oh. And now a traveling timeout to Coach Lola Hia. So timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. 5:25 left in the third quarter. As the Jags at the ball back. As Donay hands off to Muffet. Anderson takes the bump, but they're going to call it on the floor before the shot. So will not be free throws coming to Madison Anderson. Well, the foul goes to Sarah Bartholomew, number 2 on Sarah. As Alexa Nelson will inbound. And Nelson just got that ball inside, but poked away by Nordstrom. Taken by Bartholomew. And now here's Tonivasa. McKaylee Ika drop it into Bartholomew. Strong move around Anderson and one. Sarah Bartholomew, remember last year as a sophomore, it was a great learning year for her, growing year, and of course we talk about it all the time, and I mean it. I feel like she really grew in that state championship game going up against Maggie Mendelson and Tamia Gardner, but it was she and Maggie Mendelson that were battling in the paint all afternoon. And of course, Maggie Mendelson is getting minutes right now on the basketball team at Nebraska. I mean, she played volleyball during the fall. She's transitioned to basketball and already seen the floor. And would be a senior this year at Fremont, but reclassified to graduate last year to go to Nebraska. The ball goes inside. Knight. Now Donay can't get the floater to go. The rebound to Bartholomew now on the run with Ika. Send out. Nordstrom. Back rimmed. And, little friendly fire, and now a traveling violation on Kailey Ika, who was checking on Shawnee Nordstrom. Just showing that the islands can get along between Tonga and New Zealand. Shawnee Nordstrom's family moved here from New Zealand right before she got to high school. Might have been before then. Remember her freshman year was at Bingham and then transferred last year to Lone Peak. As that three won't go, the rebound. Kennedy Woolston now up the floor with McKaylee Ika. Leaves that one for Rich. Now Shawnee. And hit Shawnee with the traveling violation. And a traveling violation.
Substitution 0-0. Katie Lawrence replaces Kailey Woolston.
And there's the bucket. There's Kennedy Woolston with the 2 and a 51-18 lead now for the Knights. There's a steal. And on the run, Nordstrom to Kailey Rich. And Rich contest there by Anderson, and it'll be Jag basketball.
Substitution number 1, Allie Waitley replaces number 5, Ashlyn Domet. Traveling violation, night basketball. Jaguar substitution number 22, Lauren Melton. She replaces Madison Anderson.
As that ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be, apologize for having some technical problems. There's Madison Anderson comes back on. We'll get that clock reset here momentarily. We're going to get this set up 2:54. As I think we got everything taken care of. And that ball out of bounds and back to Lone Peak. Remember, the whole fourth quarter will be in the continuous clock situation where the clock will run the entire fourth quarter with the exception of free throws and timeouts. And Tanu Vasa for 3. That ball goes out of bounds.
Lone Peak substitution number 20, Sam Pope. She replaces Kailey Iga.
There's a steal, go back to West Jordan. Here's Muffet. Oh, try to get that little slip and won't be able to get that ball there. Looking for Lauren Melton. As we go back down the floor with Lone Peak. As we got wholesale changes all over the floor. Bartholomew comes back on with Lawrence along with Samantha Pope as Tanu Vasa and Kailey Rich come up the floor. Zidaya Costello comes on the floor for the Jags. That loose ball goes to Pope. Lawrence back into the corner. Pope for 3, short. Rebound in the hands of Sarah. Left hand and bucket. Nicely done. On the baseline. Nice hands there by Lawrence. And they'll go jump ball. Thought she did a nice job of getting her hands on top of that ball.
Number 5, Meg Eaton, and number 32, Kailey Rich. They replace Sarah Bartholomew and Tanu Vasa.
As Tanu Vasa will come back on. As that ball goes in the corner. Alexa Nelson, and now Woolston. Here comes Kennedy. Kennedy trying to fit that into Kailey Rich. Nice pass, and Rich lays that up and in. 40-point advantage now. As we're inside of 30 seconds left in the third quarter. As well, the foul on the drive. And the foul to Katie Lawrence, 24.6 left in the quarter. And Costello is fouled on the floor. We've off the bucket. There'll be the third team foul on Lone Peak.
West Jordan inbound.
Oh, there's a good hands there by Lawrence. And Rich comes away with the loose ball and out the floor with Kennedy Woolston. Pope. Hands back. 10 seconds. Oh, nice move by Kennedy. Into the corner. Three on the way. Kisses off the front of the iron there from Meg Eaton. And that'll close out the third quarter. So we go to the fourth quarter, and it is Lone Peak leading 58-18 over West Jordan. You're watching Lone Peak girls basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. So start of the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster with you in a... Well, the clock will run the entire fourth quarter with the score disparity that we currently have at 40 points. As we go cross court, Kailey Woolston. The three won't go. And we'll have a loose ball foul on Lone Peak, as that will be the fourth team foul on the Knights. And that'll be the third personal on Sarah Bartholomew. Been a quiet second half for Kailey Woolston. Just 2 points in the half. She has 13 on the night, at 11 at the break. As the three is wide of the mark. And Donay quickly ahead. Bartholomew got the run out and the bucket. And a great second half here for Sarah Bartholomew. That's 11 points in the second half for Bartholomew. As she and Woolston now tie for leading scorer of the night. As that shot won't go, rebound to Ika. McKaylee, give that up to Shawnee. Sealed away by Bartholomew. Count the bucket. No, wave off the bucket. The foul to Bartholomew. Is there going to call it an illegal screen there on Sarah Bartholomew? So wave off the bucket. Coach Warner didn't agree, but Bartholomew, with their fourth personal foul, comes away with that steal. Quickly ahead, Tanu Vasa, now to Nordstrom. Shawnee to Kailey. She didn't get it cleanly. Was back up, no, the left hand. And that ball was taken away by Anderson. But possession arrow belongs to West Jordan as well, as Kennedy Woolston will come back on. As Kailey a little frustrated tonight. The shooting performance not to her standard. But and she has a high standard for herself. One of the better shooters that we've seen from the state of Utah. As that ball sent out. Wakely. Strong off the window. Rebound to Tanu Vasa. Tanu Vasa now on the run with Ika. Ika quickly ahead. Bartholomew Sarah on the baseline. Back up. Tanu Vasa. Little jumper won't go. Bartholomew with the board. No. And remember, there's no over the back in basketball. She doesn't touch the defender. There's no contact. It's a loose ball foul. If there is a foul on the rebound. Looked like Sarah came away with that without touching anybody. As Tanu Vasa steals that away from Muffet. Can't keep it in play as it goes out of bounds. The clock will continue to run as we had it still stopping here. We apologize. We had a stoppage. It's got us unsynced as we get this back on. 4:45. Anderson can't get it. Rebound taken by Tanu Vasa. Quickly ahead to Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee into the defenders. A traveling violation on Shawnee Nordstrom, and the clock will continue to run. So no stopping the clock. So our clock got off a little bit as I was doing the regular timing on fouls. So Wakely will come back on as Donay will come on as well for the Jags. As that ball out of bounds. But it'll stay here with West Jordan as Meg Eaton, Sam Pope, and Kailey Rich come back on for the Knights. Sends that one in. Strong move and one. As the clock will stop there for the free throw. So foul goes to Sam Pope. That was a +1 there for Isabella Knight, her second +1 of the night. As the free throw was good. And the three-point play is there for West Jordan. As we go near 3.5 left here in the fourth quarter as Pope goes back to Eaton. Meg on the baseline. Eaton, no, gets her own board, back up and in. It'll be fun for Eaton. Go back to Springville, her family, legends in the Springville girls basketball. As Friday night, Lone Peak, the 6A champs, will be taking on the reigning 5A champ, Springville Red Devils. As that ball goes out of bounds. And we'll stay with the Jags as we near 3 minutes left in regulation. And nice hands there by Eaton, now on the run with Kailey Rich. And Kailey, yeah, I thought it might come on across her hand as she was going up as Eaton is fouled, and it's a traveling violation. So no foul. Oh yeah, there is a foul. So foul goes to Costello, number 1 on Costello. But we did stop the clock for the free throws. So Meg Eaton at the line. Free throw is short there from. Clock does not run during free throws during the Mercy clock, so that could be done here for Alexa Nelson as she comes off. And the Eaton goes 0 for 2 from the stripe, and possession will back to Lone Peak on the jump ball. As the clock is synced up, 2:35 on a rolling clock here in the fourth quarter. Hope you all enjoyed the Christmas and New Year's as Woolston misses. As we had a lot of content coming your way here on the Rewind Sports Network. As Woolston floats it, no. Rebound taken away by Natalie Brown, now on the run. Oh, nice face-up move, and then drawing the foul. It'll be free throws. That was a strong move there by Isabella Knight. She nearly got her third hoop in harm. But she'll go to the line now for 2 free throws. Front rim's the first. Isabella with 5 points on the evening. We mentioned that 8-0 run, or probably 8-2 run that the Jags had in the first quarter, and just weren't unable to sustain the offense after that point as Lone Peak's defense continued to pick up and their offensive onslaught continued as Eaton misses on the layup, but the rebound taken by West Jordan on the run now with Jocelyn Donay. Sent out ahead, stolen by Lawrence. Katie. Eaton sends back out. Woolston now up top. Lawrence. Katie Lawrence. Pass to Rich. No. Gets the board. Pope float in and score it. And it's Pope's 7th point of the night as we near the final minute of our game this evening. Again, to reiterate, we're back on Friday at Springville. Be a fun matchup with two of the better girls programs in the state of Utah. Well, the reigning 6A and 5A queens of basketball. But in the last 5 years, certainly been outstanding. The Springville 2 championships, the Lauren Deedy and the back-to-back as they were dominant against Lehigh last year in the 5A title game. And looks to be another terrific team down there in Springville. But Poirier and Esplin and crew will be a lot of fun to watch go up against Lone Peak. You'll have it right here on KSLSports.com. 3 on the shot clock. Pope for 3, no. Rebound taken by Natalie Brown. Shot clock is off. Meg Eaton nearly got the steal. The clock will continue to run as we're nearing 10 seconds left to see if the Jags get one final shot. Into Muffet, and she will hold on to it. And that will do it. Final score, Lone Peak 64, West Jordan 21. Your Heidemann Associates player of the game. We'll go with Sarah Bartholomew. I thought she played a great second half. We'll go with Sarah. That's really, really good. And spread the wealth around on our player of the game. But again, our final score, Lone Peak 64, West Jordan 21. We'll be back Friday night at Springville. And thanks for watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Bullfrog Spas on KSLSports.com. We'll see you Friday night from Springville.